Yo, 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 yo. Today we got the top 10 prospects updated list for me. This list might surprise some people. I have some requirements, but my requirements, are different from other people. I feel like younger than 29, there's a lot of 29-year-old guys that I think are great fighters that could be on this list, but I don't want to have them on here. They're turning 30 this year, all of the guys that I would have had on here. So I'm not going to put them on here. So yeah, younger than 29 and just haven't been ranked ever. So some of these guys on here have losses. I think two of them in the UFC. So, my criteria is different. Prospects is something I always look at, and I feel like I do a lot of studying, and I know guys, guys who have potential and potential to be really good fighters. So, yeah, I'm going to get right into it. Coming in at the number 10 spot, I have Farid Basharat. Farid Basharat is a guy who is in the bantamweight division, and many people know his brother a little bit more because, people talk about these guys like they're frauds, and Javid was the one who lost. Farid is actually the guy who hasn't lost yet, and Farid is a very good fighter, man. Slick on the ground, so high level on the ground. That's where he thrives, is on the ground, but this guy's striking is good too. He's a bad matchup for him is somebody that's going to come forward the whole entire fight and not care about what Farid's throwing because he doesn't have the best power. It's blatantly obvious, but he's fast. He has great footwork. He can get out in and out of the way. He's a good fighter. He's beaten some great fighters. Like I said, man, he's beaten Taylor Lapilus, who's a good kickboxer. Taylor Lapilus has great takedown defense. He was able to take him down. Damon Blackshear, he's beat too. Both those guys are good, man. Farid is a good fighter. I have high expectations for this guy. He's at number 10 for me right now, but I definitely could see him getting up. I could see this guy being a top, 7 fighter in bad bantamweight. He's so high level on the ground. I believe he has 6 submissions and the rest are decisions. He's not going to wow you with the power. He's not the most entertaining fighter, but he's very good. Like I said, his brother was actually, supposed to fight this weekend, but he's not. I think he's a lot better than his brother. When I watch Farid, like I said, his movement is better. His kicking game is actually fantastic. He has, fast kicks. Like I said, man, the punches aren't that crazy. Like, they're not that hard. But this guy can fight, man. And I definitely see, potential for him at 135. He's long. He's rangy. This guy's a good fighter. Look out for him. I think he'll be cracking the rankings probably this year. So, yeah. Coming in at number 9, I actually have a guy who recently lost, and his name is Vitor Petrino. I've watched a lot of Vitor Petrino. He's a good fighter, and, especially at light heavyweight where guys aren't as balanced, he's extremely balanced. He's only 27 years old, and he can do everything. He can wrestle. He can box. He can kick. He has good jiu-jitsu. This guy's good everywhere, man. Against against Anthony Smith, he got guillotined. He threw himself into that. Just a stupid mistake, and shit happens. But, I feel like I would be lying if I told you this guy won't be ranked. He will be ranked. He's a very good fighter. My only little problem with him is his output. I don't think he throws enough. But look, this guy's a big, big motherfucker. He's huge. I mean, big ass frame, strong as hell. He can wrestle. He can strike. He's powerful on the feet. I mean, his knockout over Modestas Bukauskas was nasty. A check, a left hook, sat him down and put him out immediately. It wasn't even this guy possesses crazy power. It was not a TKO. He knocked him out with one punch on a check hook, like Alex Pereira. But yeah, I think Vitor Petrino beats a lot of guys in that division already. I mean, he lost Anthony Smith, whatever. I think he beats Khalil Roundtree. I think he beats Menefield. I think he beats a lot of guys, bro. I just think he's balanced. He's really well balanced, but he also has power. I think the volume is a little bit of an issue, but when you're so big and you have that kind of wrestling, and he's got great jiu-jitsu as well, this guy's got a high ceiling. There's no doubt in my mind he will be ranked in the future, and I think he'll be a top 5 guy. He's similar to Rakic to me. He's similar to Ankalaev without the kicking and the athleticism of Ankalaev, but he's still an athlete. He's got more power. He's probably a better boxer than Ankalaev. He's only 27. Give him some time. This guy's going to be a future top 5 contender, maybe even a champion. And just because of that loss, he's a little bit lower. I'm very high on him, though. I do think he's going to be extremely good in the future. So, yeah. Coming in at the number 8 spot, I actually have a new guy named Felipe Lima. I talked about Felipe Lima in one of my other prospect videos, and he has yet to fight since then. But look, just off the bat, I've watched this guy fight on regional scene. He's a very good fighter. But coming in and beating Muhammad Naimov up a weight class on short notice is extremely impressive. I don't care what anybody says. Muhammad Naimov's a good fighter. He's Naimov's 3-fight win streak, I believe. He beat Nathaniel Wood, which is a great win. Nathaniel Wood's a great fighter. Up a weight class, come in there and win that fight is so impressive, and he's got to be on the list for me, man. This guy, he's a bantamweight. He's quick, great jiu-jitsu. He's nasty off his back. He throws up submissions off his back. He's quick. Like I said, the boxing is good, the kicking is good, and he can move his head well. He gets out of striking range a lot. I'm really high on this guy, man. Like I said, I watched him on the regional scene. He's fought great fighters on the regional scene. And then, obviously his biggest test is Muhammad Naimov, a guy on a 3-fight win streak, coming in there, choking him out and, beating him. I thought he was up in the fight. It was a close fight, but Muhammad Naimov's no joke. He's a good fighter. And that was so impressive to me that I have to have him on this list. And he's another guy in the bantamweight division that will be a problem in the future. I'm hoping he can get a fight booked soon, but as of now, he doesn't have anything or any news. So, let's move on. At the number 7 spot, I got my boy Bo Nickel. People tend to hate on Bo Nickel because he's been on the main card a couple times, and it's not his fault at all. Great fighter. He's going to be a problem if you don't think he's going to be a problem. And I see people actually talking about Shara Magomedov versus Bo Nickel, and Bo Nickel would yeah. Come on, man. No, they don't want to let's not make that fight. Bo Nickel would beat the fuck out of that guy. Let's be real, man. When I look at grapplers and wrestlers, they're usually, blocky and they can't move their feet that well most of the time. I'm not talking about every wrestler, but a lot of them. Bo Nickel's different. This guy, fast entries. I mean, the credentials in college, speak for themselves. National champion multiple times. This guy's good. And he's only getting better with the striking. It's not the greatest right now, but his wrestling is crazy, man. He's kidding. This guy, I know people, like I said, man, people tend to hate on him. I don't get it. If you don't think this guy is going to be ranked or going to be a problem in the division or be a top 5 fighter in that division, I think you're delusional. I do, man. The wrestling is on point, and especially at 85, there's not that many guys that can hang. With the wrestling at 85, there's not. There's I'm sorry. There's people actually think Bo Nickel is not good. I don't know what it is. It's about these casual fans think he's not good, and it's ridiculous, Anyways, not the best wins, obviously, but he's young, man. Not that young, but he hasn't been doing MMA long. He's only going to get better. He is getting better. He's going to be a problem. Nasty wrestling, nasty submissions, and a fantastic athlete. He's not going to have a problem learning, all the striking. He's already learning it right now, obviously, but he's a great athlete. He's going to be okay. I promise he'll be ranked. I know he will be ranked, and I know he will, possibly challenge for a title one day. Let's move on. Coming in at the number 6 spot, I have the lesbian Peyton Talbot, and another guy, man, got to be on this list. His performances have been spectacular. Knocked out Cameron Simon. Good fight. Cameron Simon's a great fighter. Cameron Simon is a great, great fighter. And in my eyes, I thought, that would be a highly contested fight, and it wasn't. Peyton Talbot beat the fuck out of Cameron Simon, and it was impressive. Last time out, he knocks out, I don't even remember the dude's name, bro, but I think he might be still sleeping right now, actually. But, knocked him out, straight right hand, right down the fucking middle. This guy is special. I don't know what it is. There's something about him that I can't grasp because it's so nasty to me. I think it's the ability for him to be so calm and, confident. And it almost looks like he's not trying. You know what I mean? He's just calm and confident. And they're just walking you down right in front of you, It's impressive. It's very impressive. His striking is fantastic. He mixes up his kicking game, his knees, his boxing well. What else can I say? This guy is a great fighter. He's going to be a problem. He can wrestle too. I know he hasn't had to show it, but you see that boy on that pole, he be dancing on that pole, man. So maybe his flexibility's there. So his pole dancing might help him with the grappling a little bit. But yeah, Peyton Talbot, not much to say, man. This guy's an incredible fighter, and a guy who could possibly be a champion one day. So yeah, let's move on. Ooh, do I have a hot take? For my number 5 spot, I have Hyung Sung Park. And I know what you're saying. You don't probably know Hyung Sung Park. You got to get to know him. He is a flyweight. He is from South Korea. And he is fucking good. He is fucking good, man. When I look at it, nobody ever talks about him. Nobody, I don't see anybody, talking, hyping him up. He's 9-0 right now. He has 1 win in the UFC. This guy's good. And not on top of that, he's fun as fuck to watch. When I see guys from Korea, in, Japan, China, they're most of the time they're wrestlers, right? This guy can do both, and both at an extremely high level, and he loves to strike. He is fun as fuck to watch. I'm telling you, man, I watch this guy's fights, and he's just so fun to watch, man. He's so fun to watch. Striking is dirty. He's powerful. He's aggressive, but he knows how to, defend himself. He'll do a shoulder roll similar to Ilya or similar to like Floyd Mayweather. Like, he just knows how to strike, and his grappling is elite too. I believe he fought Shannon Ross, who is, I'm not saying Shannon Ross is good. He's dog shit. Shannon Ross is one of the worst fighters on the roster. But what he did to Shannon Ross, crazy. He, dropped him, had him in a body triangle pretty much the whole round. Got up next round, dropped him. He was like playing with the guy, bro. Pause. Hyung Sung Park, when he's starting to get ranked and starting to get recognized, I will be happy because he deserves it. This guy can fucking scrap. He's good, man. I'm telling you, if you want to go watch some film on him, if you have time, you should do it. This guy is fucking good, and I love watching him fight. I can't, he's not booked yet, and it's been a long time since he's fought, so I'm hoping he can get some news here because I want to see him fight. He is fun as fuck to watch, exciting, entertaining, and a great fighter. So, y'all keep an eye out for him. Hyung Sung Park, he's at my number 5 spot. Let's move on. I have another, hot take kind of spot. For number 4, I have Gabriel Bonfim. Gabriel Bonfim has lost to Nicholas Dalby, and Nicholas Dalby's, a dog. So I'm not saying, that's a it's a great thing that he lost. It's not good. He lost to Nicholas Dalby, and, he ran out of gas. And that's what I worried about with Gabriel Bonfim, but after his last performance against Ange Lusa, he looked great. He, he didn't run out of gas, and he beat the fucking shit out of Ange Lusa. It didn't even really take him down. First off, let me say, nasty guillotine, nasty, absolutely nasty on the ground, filthy on the ground, but he's filthy on the feet too. He's long, he's rangy. This guy is very good. I don't give a fuck about his loss to Nicholas Dalby. Shit happens, you lose. When I can see talent, I know it. This guy's a top 5 prospect. I don't give a fuck. I believe he's 26 years old. He can submit anyone. He can submit anybody. He's got good power on the feet, and his striking in his last fight solidified that top 5 spot for me because he looked fantastic. I mean, mixing up the body to the head, knees up the middle. It was a truly beautiful performance, and I was worried. I thought he might run out of gas. Looked great. Yeah, I'm excited to see what this guy can do because he is really, really fun to watch, and I love watching him fight. I'm hoping they can give him a good fight next fight. I hope they give him Renat Fakhratinov. And if Renat Fakhratinov is the favorite in that fight, boy, I'll be making some money because Gabriel Bonfim would whoop his ass. Anyways, that's off topic. Gabriel Bonfim, great fighter, going to be a top 5 guy for me. I'm telling you, when I see talent, I don't care if they've lost, or I don't care. Gabriel Bonfim is a great fighter, and I can't wait to see what he can do next. So, yeah, let's move on. At the number 3 spot, I have Mitzbek Olerbay, lightweight. He doesn't look 26 years old at all. He actually looks like he is prehistoric, a Neanderthal. This guy's good, man. Really high level on the ground. That's probably his best spot, I think. His entries are quick. He's a very fast lightweight, in my opinion. He has 2 wins in the UFC, Elvis Brenner and Euros Medic. Great wins. Both those guys are good fighters. I would like to see him finish, Elvis Brenner, but it is what it is. He dropped Elvis Brenner. The only issue for me is the gas tank. He gassed out a little bit. He's a great fighter, though. His wrestling is fantastic. Anybody who's fighting him is going to have to worry about him. It's not Makachev wrestling, but it's up there. It's in that kind of category with our man, Gamrot and Islam. I think it's that good. I really do. And his power in his hands, he's good, bro. I'm telling you, this guy has potential to be a champion. I probably wouldn't want to see him as a champion because I don't think he speaks any English or has a clue what's going on. This dude just fucking lives in a cave and trains all day and like eats, sleeps, and does MMA. He doesn't do anything. Like you put a lady in front of him, he'd be like, he'd probably start like barking at her. I don't know, but this guy's good. Yeah, he's a great fighter, no doubt. He's very well balanced. Like I said, the power's a little bit underrated with him. He's got some power in those hands. Um, he punches stones, so no, I'm joking. But anyways, yeah, he's got to be in there for me. So Mitzbek Olerbay. Anyways, let's move on. For my number 2 spot, I have Joe Pyfer. Joey Pyfer, man. Whoo, baby. This guy is a special fighter. I don't care that he lost to Jack Hermanson. People act like Jack Hermanson came in there and 50-45'd him, bro. It was a close fight. Like it wasn't like a terrible performance, But it is a loss, and he learned a lot from that loss. Comes out next fight, knocks out Marc-Andre Barrieu, who's a pretty good fighter, but it's the talent that Joe Pyfer has, big power, crazy power. Like one of the most powerful guys in that division. His wrestling is fantastic as well. Like his jiu-jitsu is great. His wrestling is great. He could take you down if he wants to. I mean, his kicks aren't like crazy, but they're not bad at all. Like he'll kick you, throw some nice body kicks. He's fast with the boxing, fast with the hands. Good fighter, man. I'm really excited. I'm a fan of Joe Pyfer. I'm really excited to see what he can do and what fight he gets next. He's good, man. He's good. But like I said, bro, the power in Joe Pyfer's hands, bro. I don't know if there's dynamite in it. Because when he was fighting Marc-Andre Barrieu and he threw that right hand, it was through the guard. But it still hurt Marc-Andre. And, dude, this guy, man, I'm so excited to see him back in that octagon, bro. One of my favorite fighters, like I said. But it's his wrestling and his jiu-jitsu that's underrated to me. It's good. It's very good. He's put what's his fucking name? The guy, Al Hassan, that idiot, arm triangled him, choked his dumb ass out. I don't like that guy. Choked him out, took him down, beat him up. His entries are really fast too, bro. This guy is going to be, a potential champion for sure, for sure. He's just got to stay healthy, and that's really it for me. Stay healthy, Joey. Yeah, let's move on. For number 1, this is crazy. I have Gene Silva. This might be crazy to people. He's only got 3 fights in the UFC. Weston Wilson, Charles Jourdain, and Drew Dober. But the shit that he's done in those 3 fights, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't care what you say. Turning around to fight Drew Dober like that, up a weight class, and beating him like that, I don't think we've seen anybody do that to Dober. We haven't, man. He's so crafty with his counter striking, and his power is just crazy too. Heavy hands. He's got a bit of a funky style. And the only man who gave this guy troubles in the UFC so far has been the road to the UFC fighter, Dana White Contender Series fighter, Kevin Vallejos, who is fighting on the Contender Series again. Y'all look out for him. That's my boy. He's going to do good. Remember his name. But anyways, Gene Silva. Whoo, boy. Those counter strikings and the creativity, the timing, it's all so good. This guy, he's number 1, man. And it sounds crazy because probably before that Jourdain fight, I wouldn't have even had him on the list, which is crazy. But those 2 knockout wins over those guys, Charles Jourdain ain't been finished before. Never. Drew Dober, I think he just got finished by Frivola, but he's known for that chin. Comes out, knocks both of them out. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous performances. I don't care what you say. He's the best prospect in MMA right now. If he wants to go, I think he should stay at featherweight. I think he'll have more success. His striking and his range is so beautiful. We've yet to see his takedowns and what he can do, but over there at the Fighting Nerds, I think they're all right. So yeah, Gene Silva is my number one prospect in MMA. So I hope y'all boys enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.